a month instead of every week. We're so excited you're here, and take it away, Miss Angela.
Hey guys.
We're just okay. Cool.
So I know a couple of people are probably back in. I know others are not. So I wanted to structure this where we get some good stretching and strengthening. And I started with a set of massages because some of us are getting back. So I want to care for our feet and our ankles and things like that. So if you've ever taken class with me, you do know I do these massages often. So we're going to talk a little bit about our front line and our back line today and why we do these massages while we're chatting, okay? So just find a place in the space where you can put your feet on the floor. Let's start with, let's do our back line, okay? So essentially we're going to care for our feet a little bit. So cross your foot over, you're going to make a fist, okay? You're going to use these knuckles to give your foot a nice little massage. So you're going to press, like really press into your foot. The harder that you can do this, the more you're really softening up the part of your foot that takes all of the kind of impact, right? We're on our feet all day, we're in our skates, we can't move our feet that well like we do when we dance. So we've got to give them some attention. So go ahead and do that. Fist in and really knead, okay? Front to back, side to side. Then you're going to take your toes, you're just going to pull back on your toes, and then take your fingers and kind of spread your toes apart. You want to really articulate, so it's almost like this. You're trying to spread those toes apart. Then you're going to take your hand and kind of cup your entire foot like you're folding a taco in half. Fold that taco in half. And then finally do a nice little extension, pulling back on those toes. So why we're doing this, let's go ahead and do that other side. And so why we're doing this is you've got some connective tissue that runs through the back and the front line of your body, and it kind of encases your muscles. So it's called fascia, and the fascia for your back line starts at the bottom of your foot. So anytime you're having some aches and pains up the entire back of your leg, it's going to start with the fascia in your feet. So we're just giving that a little attention today. So after you've done your kneading, pull back on your toes, and then go ahead and pull them apart. And the more pressure you give, the more effective this is going to be. It takes a little bit of practice. Do your cupping like a taco. And pull back. So that was like a really quick version. You can do this for a couple minutes and when you do it on your own, okay? But I wanted just to do that as a quick little reminder and get through it so we can start some patterns and stretching and strengthening. So frontline massage starts with across your tibia, okay? Tibia is the bone at the bottom of your leg. So you're gonna take those knuckles again. You're gonna run down the length of your tibia, giving some pressure. Down and up. This works really well on like a bare leg. I know we like always wear leggings or tights to skate, right? But when you do this on your own, you can also do this at the end of the night after training. Doing it on your bare leg kind of gives a little bit of better pressure. After you've done that about 10 times, making sure you went past your ankle bone, you're going to go ahead and do that cupping again, but now it's going to be down the length of your tibia. So go ahead and squeeze. You're working on this muscle. It's called your Tibialis Anterior. It's the muscle that you can see at the front here, okay? We're working on that. We're working that out. So cross that foot over. Pull back on your toes a little bit. Wiggle that foot around. Getting it nice and warm. This is actually going to help with pointing your toes too. You kind of pre-warm up and work on that tibialis anterior. You're going to be able to stretch your ankle and finish your toe point a little more, okay? Let's do that other one a couple of times up and down. That works way better than some of the things that, you know, quick fix for getting your toe point to the floor, right? We have to work within our body. We don't want to do anything silly like shoving our foot under the couch or, you know, things that you see. So work with your body, give it some love, give it a little massage. And we've done that about 10 times, so you're cupping. Feels great after taking your skates off too. It's really helped with getting back on the ice, not having any like aches and pains in the feet and ankles after having such a long time off. And then go ahead and pull on those toes, give it a little wiggle. Good. And then hopefully we've got some nicely pointed feet going on here. All right. So we're going to work on two combinations today. They are both out of the Vaganova preliminaries floor technique. I'm going to break it down into a couple of pieces. So we learn all three of the pieces and put it together in a longer combination. So I'm going to switch up onto my mat. So the first one, we're sitting in the 90-degree position of the body. What that means is that if I turn to the side, I would look like a right angle, okay? So from my head all the way to my tailbone is in a nice straight line, and my legs are coming directly out from there. So this is not happening, right? My shoulders are not coming forward like I'm typing on a computer. I'm sitting up super tall. Let's see. Yes, we'll do this one first. So we're going to be in first position. You can bring your arms up and out, holding that second. When I'm out in this second position, I want to be able to see right here. Okay, I don't want any drooping to start happening. So I'm going to lift my leg up on 1. I'm going to flex hard on 2, point on 3, and down on 4. I'm going to turn my head so it goes in the direction of that leg. So it is 1 and 2 and 3, middle on 4, other leg, 5, flex on 6, point on 7, middle on 8. Now, I'm going to repeat with the right leg, but I'm actually going to turn my head contrary to my leg, okay? This helps because choreographically we do things like this all the time, right? Where we switch things up in our body, but it also helps to do things diagonally to stretch out that back line that we just talked about. So my second set goes 1 and 2 and 3, sitting up tall. I know you can't see me from the side, but I'm still in that 90-degree position of the body, okay? So that is my first part of my exercise. 2 times looking with the leg and 2 times looking away from the leg. Let me put a little music on and let's go through it super quick and then learn the other 2 pieces. I'm gonna do short adagio for this one. Ready? Oops. Wondering why that's not playing. Let's just go through it all together and then I'll troubleshoot that after we learn all 3. Ready? So let's do that just with count, twice to each side. Ready? So on my preparation, my arms are going to go up 5, 6, 7, 8. Lift on 1, flex on 2, point on 3, middle on 4, other side, 5 and 6 and 7. Middle on 8, look the other way. 1 and 2, sitting up tall, maintaining my turn out. Last time, 5 and 6 and 7. I'm always returning to my first position. So I'm keeping the leg that's on the ground pointed. The one that's in the air is flexing and pointing. Okay? So now let's do our next section. So when we do the full combination, this will go right away. So I'm going to start in a straddle, find a comfortable straddle. I know we didn't do a ton of warming up, so you don't have to go as far as you possibly can, okay? You're going to bring your arms up. Goal post is what I like to call them, so like 90 degrees, boom, boom. I'm going to flex my feet hard. all right? I'm gonna do a cambrai forward. When I do a cambrai, my shoulders remain in one line all the way down to my hips. I'm not just arching, okay? I'm staying in a flat back position. I'm gonna cambrai forward, head to the right for 4, coming up for 4. I'm working out this hip socket right here. So my head goes to the right. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm hovering above the ground, okay? Nothing has fallen forward. Coming up 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn your head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? We do this kind of hip hinging position a lot on the ice, right? We ask for flat back quite a bit. So when I'm doing that cambrai, if you're looking at it from the side, I'm coming through here. From my head to my tailbone is still in alignment and up I go. Okay? So that is the important part about section 2. Working that flat back, keeping my toes to the ceiling. Last part, I'm going to give a good little stretch. I'm going to go into a pigeon. We've done yoga before, right? So we've talked about pigeon pose, okay? So I've got my leg parallel here. I have my back leg. I'm trying to get it as straight as I can. So now my hands are actually going to be on this side. I'm sliding forward. I'm doing that same thing, keeping myself in alignment. Looking towards my leg. Slide forward. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Coming up 5, 6, 7, 8. Little cambrai back. Looking to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Switch your head. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up 5, 6, 7, 8. Look left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Look middle. We do it on the second side. We switch. Okay? Always looking towards the knee first, then away. All right? So I'm in my pigeon on my second side. Going forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Coming up. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Switching my head. 1, 2, 3, 4. Light fingertips. 7, 8. Going back. 2, 3, 4. Up. 5, 6, 7, 8. Very good. All right. So if we're going to put these all together, what we're going to do, that first one with the flex point, we do head, head, and then switch and switch. Same thing with the cambrais. 1 to the right, 1 to the left. I'm going to transition on 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get to my pigeon. 7, 8. Slide, slide, switch feet, slide, slide. Okay? Let's try this music one more time. I don't know why all of a sudden it's not wanting to play.
Oh, that's why. All righty. Here we go. 6, 8. 1, flex on 2. Point, middle. Other side. 1. Flex, 90-degree position, keeping that turnout. Opposite. Flex. Point, middle. Up. Flex. Point, and go to your straddle. Forward. 1, 3, hold on, 4. Up. 5, 6, 7. Switching your head on 8. Hinge from that hip. Use your core, pulling in your stomach. 4, up, 5, 6, transitioning. Pigeon, one leg, other leg back, sliding. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, up, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn your head. Up, 5, 6, back, switch sides. 3, 4, up, 6, 7, 8. Second side, last time. Feel that stretch. And 6, 7, finishing. Very nice. Good. As you're stretching forward on that pigeon, you should really be feeling that on the side of your hip. All right. And so let's move on to our second combination. Okay. So this one is going to actually be on our mat the entire time. So we're starting laying down. So again, 3 sections, we'll learn them separately. So I'm doing 3, 1, 2. If you have your mat, it might be a little hard to slide. So I put my mat underneath my back, but then I allow my feet to slide on the floor. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do a little adjusting so that I can really slide. I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, straight. Perfect, here we go. So you're doing a plie in a parallel position. What this is working on is keeping your heels up, all of your internal and external rotators, okay? We are in turnout a ton, so we have to really have a good awareness of this. So I'm in parallel, all right? I'm going 1, 2, 3, and 4. I arrive on 4, my feet are not flat. I'm working very hard here. I'm going to turn out 5 and 6, 7, and 8. My pelvis hasn't shifted. I'm using my core right now, using my adductors to pull back in. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Straighten your legs. 5, 6, 7, and 8. As soon as I get to that straight leg position, I'm pulling up on my quads to keep those legs super straight. Okay? So we're going to repeat that 2 times through. Hands can go to the floor. Hands can go to the hips. Or if you would like to strengthen, hands can go to that second position, not drooping, right? I'm supported right here the whole time. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3. Arrive on 4. Turn out 5 and 6. Don't shift your hips. And 8. Adduct. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Go down. 5 and 6. And 7 and 8. Repeat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Out and 6 and 7 and 8. Go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Stretch it out. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Very nice. Good. So this second one, this second part is definitely the hardest. We're gonna have a plie and turn out now, and then we're going to the straight legs. I'm gonna move this so that I don't kick anything when I straighten my legs. So now when I start, I'm not in parallel anymore. I'm starting directly turned out. So whoop, I'm here. I do plie in turn out. 1 and 2 and 3. I arrive on 4. My heels are still working, okay? So I'm stretching and straightening. I'm sorry, stretching and strengthening through the outside of my leg. From here, I do not shift my hips. My hips stay right where they are. I engage my core. I am going to extend only from my knee. 5 and 6, 7 and flex on 8. Point. 1 and 2. Don't shift your pelvis. And 4. Straighten. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Okay. That one, you have to keep your core engaged. It's very common for this to happen. Okay, did we see how my tailbone shifted and everything rocked backwards? I'm keeping this here. Nothing can move. I'm straightening from my knees. My pelvis does not move. I'm keeping my core tight. Okay, so we will repeat that one 2 times, just like we did the first one. And then we're going to do, let's do the last one all together. Leg straight. So I just arrived back to here. Whoop. I'm lifting my leg. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now, what my supporting side needs to do is stay completely still. I put my hands on my hip for a good visual aid, okay? I go side 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Hold it there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Finish the rond de jambe. 5, 6, 7. Reverse it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hold it there. 5, 6, 7, 8. Middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Finish the circle. 6, 7, 8. Repeat that on your second side. So I'll show it to you with my back leg so you can see my front hip as my supporting hip. I'm pushing it down to the ground. Okay, this is commonly what happens, right? I've lost my alignment on this side. I can't take this position to the ice. You will be in a position where you're falling over. I need to get my hip down. I need to only go as far as I can in second position with keeping this standing side iron, okay? That's the equivalent of doing this once we stand up and do a rond de jambe. Okay, rond de jambe doesn't do that, we're gonna fall over. If we take our leg up and do that, we're misaligned, right? So we want everything in alignment on this side. So the first one, we do 2 times. The second one, we do 2 times. And the third one, we do 1 time each leg, each direction, okay? So let's get some music on and run through that whole thing. This one's a little longer, so I wanna get to it. Seven and 8, plie in parallel. 1, 2, and 3. Squeeze everything on 4. Tighten your core. 5, 6, lift those heels. 7, keep those heels lifted. 8, adduct. And 2, and 3. I'm tightening my core. I'm lifting my heels even more. And I extend out. 5, 6, pointing my toes super hard at the bottom. 7, pull up on my quads. Repeat. 1, 2, 3, and point harder on 4. Open. 5, and 6, and 7. Holding on. 8. Remember to exhale. Adduct. 2, and 3, and 4. Stretch. 5, and 6, 7. I'm going to turn my feet out on 8. Now I have plie, turned out. And 2, this is the core killer. 3, lift and stay. Stretch. 5 and 6, no pelvic shift. 7, flex your feet hard on 8. And on 1, and 2, and 3. Arriving in that plie on 4, high heels. 5, 6. I'm concentrating on my turn out the whole way down. Repeat. Go. 1, and 2, and 3. Holding on 4. My pelvis is here. 5, 6, 7, 8. Flex hard. Point. And 2, and 3. Use those thighs. You should be working. Shaking is totally okay. 6, 7. Really exhale. Right leg goes up. 1, and 2, turned out. 5, 6, 7, hold it there on 8, now stay. 1, 2, and 3, this is when you're building strength. 4, rond de jambe. 5, 6, 7, 8, reverse the circle. 1, and 2, 3, arrive on 4, hold it there. 5, 6, point harder, slow it out to 7, and breathe on 8, middle. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You should be shaking using this quad so hard. 5, 6, 7, other leg. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is your supporting side still turned out? 8, hold it. 1, and 2, pull up on your quad. 3, work your calf. 4, down. 5, 6, 7, last run to jump. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, arrive on 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, middle. 1, and 2, 3, looking at that turn out, that calf. 5, 6, 7, first position, bring it into your chest. Hang out there for a second. Nice. That is a lot of time to be having your quads working, so good work on that. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this, if you wanna unmute at the very end here, because I think we've got about a minute left. That was so good, guys. If you are working your quads for that 5.5 minute exercise, they really should be on fire right now, okay? I get a lot of questions about why do we do these so slowly, right? So the principle, we talk about it in weight training a lot, or in interval training, time under tension, right? All that means is the longer you're squeezing your muscles, the more you're strengthening them, right? So we have to work on pushing through those uncomfortable times, because anyone could really do this. If we went 1, 2, 3, 4, you don't have to squeeze your quads that long. So we use these kind of extended holding exercises to strengthen, right? Once we have strong muscles, we can stretch them, all right? So we're doing kind of both at the same time with taking those very slow adagio type exercises on our back, all right? How are we doing? Everyone feeling good? Remember to give your quads some love today, yeah? That was intense. And your core, maybe do a little cobra stretch if you are feeling that.
Thank you so much, Angela. My quads are sore.
Yeah, for sure.
And my inner thighs from
you're laying down and it's so easy, right? But if you're really working on that tension, and that tension comes with practice, you guys will get used to doing that and get better at using your own body too. So very nice.
Thank you. And thank you guys for being here. Just a reminder, we're going to once a month next month. It'll be the second Friday of every month moving forward, the second Friday of every month. And then we'll have core camp. So sign up for core camp. We're doing it all virtually. So we hope to see you guys all at core camp virtually with us. Thank you.
Super excited. Thank you for having me, Kate. Thanks,
Scott. Thank you, Angela. We'll see you next month at core camp.
See you later.